Speciman by Jason Speciman by Jason Isaac Stutz. He spoke through the EMF radio, his voice calm but purposeful. He is returning to Earth proper, Earth 1, where the race began. As his spacecraft lowered through the cloud bank into its atmosphere, he saw the masses of greenery rising up to meet him. It was overgrown with foliage, and no civilization could be found on any part of the globe. No one had been there for 2 billion years. It sang. The earth audibly sang. His spacecraft filled with her vibrations. He typed the code into the onboard computer and cracked open the windows that separated him from her. Instantly, of course, he was arrested by interstellar patrol. His face was blanked by ecstatic bliss. Tears flowed continuously from his eyes, which had beheld the earth pristine. Even as the police took possession of his hands, he could imagine no suffering greater than if he had not witnessed it. Humankind created Earth 2 after Earth 1 became too uninhabitable to support life in any practical way. Her anguish had become the baseline emotion felt by all through their own terrible diseases. Replacing her treasures, anguish filled the holes pocked into her, not by meteors, but by men. Earth 1 exulted when this man came to greet her. His face so bright, her heart melted all over again. Now she remembers what she loves about humanity. Like a woman whose love abuses her, but she is aware it is because of his own confusion about himself. She'd give all she had every day of her life to have a man suckle her breast again. She moaned when he was plucked from her heart's embrace no sooner than he entered it. The interstellar courts had ruled we are not yet complete in our Earth 2 habituations for us to return to Mother. One day, perhaps only 2 more eons hence, we may return to our original home. The interstellar police who nabbed the man in the spacecraft instantly removed him from Earth 2 population. They detained him as a specimen. Their speciman, they joked. They had not met one until now, and were all very curious. The man, the specimen, soon accepted his destiny, and understood that there would be no providence to return from whence he came. Of course, one glance at Mother 1, one instant's taste of her super-fecundated air, and he felt, when he thought of Earth 2 and the dilemma that faced her, only a deep, massive, and debilitating anguish, like a cancer that pockmarked his body, his brain, his belly. His whole body grieved. Thus he relinquished bittersweetly all thoughts of return. His captors entreated him with their many questions, and soon he felt a river of curiosity in himself flowing for them as well. They were light of disposition, and it seemed joyously open to his responses to their ravenous but exceedingly playful curiosity. He felt he could amaze them with descriptions of cockroaches. They burst in astonishment to the point of incredulity, amazed with their whole bodies when he said the word houses, and their faces pressed all the way forward with eyes widening with every sound of his voice. Their amazement at times was so piqued they could hardly contain their astonishment. "Nuno!" they said each to each other. That is their word for, "It can't be. It is not so. No way." And his captors each grabbed each other's shoulders and screamed like teenage girls on Earth too. Our specimen was feeling very impressed by the complexity of life on Earth too, in retrospect. The man enjoyed weeks and months of exploration with these sweetest and most ebullient of creatures. They read his mind and told him that the angel who presided over their activities required such a temperament of sweetness in officers who uphold the laws as their profession. They thanked him for noticing, and their cheeks both blushed so deeply red that their faces might have burst. Suddenly they felt emboldened to rise and embrace him with their long arms and their necks. The spacemen could not feel their skin, which looked the appearance of frog skin, but the spirit entity inside of their bodies felt as substantial as the gentlest flesh and blood. Again they rejoiced and could not contain their excitement. "He sees! He sees!" They held each other's shoulders tight as they jumped up and down in a childlike dance. The specimen sees. Thank you.